what's going on? Blunt heads, blunt world, blunt universe. I'm your host with the most, here to brag, boast, celebrate, toast, and you know we like to smoke. I'm Tay the Loose Cannon Adams, aka Stephen Tay Smith. If you like this video and you like other videos like this, please continue to like, subscribe, and share to the Very Blunt Sports Podcast YouTube channel. Also, please like, subscribe, and share to the official Anubian Blaze YouTube page. Got a lot of good music coming your way, a whole bunch of stuff. Now that we got football season is in the rear view, this is now the basketball episode, helping you, guiding you, and leading you into the All-NBA All-Star Weekend. That's coming up real soon, which would be in Cleveland. Good thing, for Cleveland, because the Bengals just lost, even though that ain't Cleveland, that's Cincinnati, that's still Ohio. And Cleveland is around the center of some controversy about their football team because the Browns realized that they is the Browns. But we not on that. This is the NBA right now. Now, everybody that's been watching and paying attention know that we now into the 75th anniversary of the NBA. They named the 75 greatest players of all time, which is a good list. Some people got snubbed off. Some people ain't on there. Some people feel that the people that's on there shouldn't be on there. Regardless of the case, shout outs and congratulations to all 75 men that made it. Now, they came out with the 15 greatest coaches in NBA history. 15, which is cool. And I'm going to read off the list that made it. Red Auerbach, Larry Brown, Chuck Daly, Red Halsman, Phil Jackson, K.C. Jones, Steve Kerr, Don Nelson, Greg Popovich, Jack Ramsey, Pat Riley, Doc Rivers, Jerry Sloan, Eric Spoelstra, and Lenny Wilkins. Shout outs to all of those players that coaches. Shout outs to those 15 coaches that made the top 15, basically the GOATs of coaching, the greatest of all times. Basically, it's a good list. I agree with most of it. Tell me what you agree with. Tell me what you don't agree with. Now, like I said, if you've been under a rock or you ain't been paying attention, this is the NBA show. LeBron James is now the all-time leading scorer. That includes regular season and playoffs with 44,157 points and counting. Shout outs to LeBron. Definitely lived up to the hype. We knew that this day was going to come. We know that it's a crazy feat that a lot of players before him didn't get the chance to do. So definitely shout outs to LeBron. Shout outs to everything that he's doing. Hopefully, the Lakers can get back in action. I can see and understand why people will call and say that, LeBron is the GOAT. Me personally, I'm always going to go with Michael Jordan, but I also understand other people's argument. I also understand other people's, comparison. Me personally, I would compare LeBron James more to Magic Johnson. That's just me, but definitely shout outs to LeBron and everything that he's been doing. Real quick, we all know the NBA deadline came and went. We know that. We know a lot of players, got traded. We know that. We know that comes with the territory. We know that comes with the situation. That's the business side of sports. But the main pick that got everybody in an uproar, well, somewhat of an uproar, but they still talking about it, was the trade between the Brooklyn Nets and Philly, the 76ers. Now, Brooklyn wound up getting Ben Simmons, Andre Drummond, Seth Curry, and 2 first-round picks. Philly wound up getting James Harden and Paul Millsap, somewhat of an even exchange. I know James Harden didn't want to be in Brooklyn no more, and I know Ben Simmons didn't want to be in Philly no more, so it was somewhat of an even exchange. Get both of those guys out of what they feel is messed up situations. Ben Simmons been wanting out of Philly. The fans drove him out. He drove himself out. He stated, his mental health. I ain't here to say that he's lying, or I ain't here to say that he's telling the truth, but whatever's bothering him or was bothering him, hopefully, with a new change of scenery and a new place, being in Brooklyn and being around a different environment, being around KD and Kyrie and all of those other guys, hopefully, something works out for him and he gets better, mentally. Hopefully that man develops a jump shot because he shoots like Jay Reed. Anybody knows that's a reference to the movie In Too Deep. Go watch that. Man can't shoot to save his life. I don't know if he's scared to shoot or just don't want to develop a jumper or just don't want to add nothing on to his game. Who knows? Only that man can answer that. But hopefully everything good works out for him. Rooting for you, Ben Simmons. Hopefully you get your mind right. Hopefully you get back in better basketball mind, better basketball shape, and a better basketball feeling, and start enjoying this game like how you're supposed to. Now, like I said, talking about the All-Star game, 10 players have made the most All-Star appearances out of anybody. Going through that list real quick, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went to the All-Star game 19 times. Kobe has 18 appearances. That's Kobe Bryant for you people that don't know. LeBron James has 18. Tim Duncan with 15 appearances. Matter of fact, Tim Duncan, KG, Kevin Garnett, and Big Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal all got 15 All-Star appearances. Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, Dirk Nowitzki, and Jerry West wound up closing out the list. They all have 14 appearances each. So those are the players that have the most All-Star games. Hopefully a couple of soon-to-be legends, All-Stars in the making, All-Stars in the rise, get a lot of appearances, and be able to enjoy a whole bunch of longevity in their career. So definitely shout-outs to those 10 men and all their All-Star appearances. Now, since we're talking about the All-Star game, can't forget about All-Star Weekend. As of this moment, I don't know right now who's going to be in the celebrity game, but they have some celebrities, and then they got some old school players, in there to help the celebrities. It's always a good game. Then we got, like I said, the Rising Star competition. That's when the rookies of this year play the rookies of last year. The rookies of last year, they sophomores, which is in their second year for those that don't know. Keep up with the counting, keep up with the numbering. That's just what it is. But the first competition, as far as, the Saturday night, is the skills challenge. They're doing the format different. They, instead of an individual player, they're doing 3 teams of 3. One team is the Antetokounmpos. I butcher that name. I try to get it right as much as I can, but the Antetokounmpo team, which is everybody with the last name Antetokounmpo, which is only 3 of them, and their brothers. You got Giannis that plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. You got the Thelonious. I hope I said his name right. The Thelonious, yeah. He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then Alex, he's in the G League, and he plays for the Raptors 905. The second team is Team Cleveland Cavaliers. That's all of the players that play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley. Now, rounding out Team Rookie, the rookie class, we got Scottie Barnes from the Toronto Raptors, Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons, and Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's OKC if you want to shorten up and abbreviate it. Looking forward to that. Want to see what they're going to do, how they testing it out. If it's successful, hopefully, that it's a mainstay and that it stays in the All-Star game format, the All-Star game weekend. Now, we're going to go into the NBA three-point contest. Spoiler alert, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson not in it this year. Sorry. Still watch it, even though the 3 God and the 3 disciple, that's Klay Thompson, even though they ain't in it, still watch it. It's still going to be good. Here's some of the participants in it. We got Fred VanVleet from the Toronto Raptors, Desmond Bane from the Memphis Grizzlies, Luke Kennard from the Los Angeles Clippers, Zach LaVine from the Chicago Bulls, Patty Mills from the Brooklyn Nets, Karl Anthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves, C.J. McCollum, who was a Portland Trail Blazer, but then he got traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, but then the Pelicans wound up waiving him. So at this moment, I don't know where he at right now, but I will find out and report back to y'all again. Last but not least, Ice Trae Young representing the Atlanta Hawks. So it's definitely going to be a good three-point contest. Who going to come out of that? I guess you're going to have to watch and see. Now, the slam dunk contest, which has always been one of my favorite parts of Saturday night. It went through its ups and down period. It had a dry spell where the dunks weren't original, wasn't nobody really watching. All-Star weekend for that. The three-point competition kind of secretly came in and took over. But hopefully this dunk contest do a little bit better. And I just want to get out there and say, years ago when Aaron Gordon was in the dunk contest, that man has been robbed. He's been getting robbed. He's done had some of the most creative dunks over the past 10 years that I've seen in the All-Star, weekend, the slam dunk competition. That man kept getting robbed, and he said that he ain't going to be in it no more because he gets robbed. I ain't going to blame him. He definitely got robbed the All-Star game in Toronto. I think that was 2016. If you don't believe me, go back and check. We can argue, we can debate about it. Like I said, you can leave comments underneath. I answer all comments. I'm willing to debate. I'm willing to bring the smoke if you ready, willing, and able to catch it. But in the slam dunk competition, we got Cole Anthony representing the Orlando Magic, Jalen Green representing the Houston Rockets, Obi Toppin. He ain't new to this. If you don't know, now you know. Go check him out, what he did last year. But Obi Toppin representing the New York Knicks, and Juan Toscano Anderson representing the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name too bad. I try my hardest. I study my craft. I try to learn their names, but even sometimes I get tripped up. So put some of these notes away that I got, and now we're going to get into what we came here for, which is the main event, the NBA All-Star Game. Now, Kevin Durant, he's a captain, but he won't be playing due to injury. But on Team Durant, Joel Embiid, Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, Andrew Wiggins, Trae Young, Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, Zach LaVine, DeJounte Murray, Chris Middleton, LaMelo Ball, and Rudy Gobert. And Team Durant's head coach will be Monty Williams. That's a good squad. I like that. Really like what they bring to the table. Team LeBron, on the other hand, has, of course, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the three gods, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, who's a clear favorite for the MVP right now, Nikola Jokic, Joker, Luka Doncic, Darius Garland, Chris Paul, Jimmy Butler, Fred VanVleet, and Jared Allen will be replacing James Harden, who's still nursing the injury, his hamstring. He will be in Philly wearing number 1 after the All-Star game, but Jared Allen will be taking his place. Eric Spoelstra, who is the Miami Heat coach, and he has 2 rings with LeBron, will be coaching Team LeBron. Anytime LeBron is a captain in the All-Star game, and especially in this new format, LeBron is undefeated. So the favorite probably is Team LeBron. Is probably leaning more towards LeBron to win. I mean, both teams got good, very good starters, very good reserves. Look for it to be a real high All-Star game. They only play defense the last 2 minutes of the game. That's when, they really trying to, crack down. They really trying to win. So hopefully everybody, I'm doing the same thing that I did Super Bowl Sunday. I'm going to celebrate the All-Star game. I'm going to have a little party. We going to watch. We going to enjoy, the usual suspects, the fam, the kids, everybody. I'm just real excited that now we're at the halfway mark of the NBA season, and pretty soon we'll be going into the playoffs. See what teams do what, see what teams got to go into the play-in tournament. Let me know what your favorite team is. Let me know what your favorite moment of the All-Star game going to be. Let me know if you team LeBron. Let me know if you team Durant. Either way, basketball wins. Us fans win. Hope y'all know that. Hope y'all learn to appreciate that. So until next time, continue to love yourself. Oh, the blunt is now out. Continue to love yourself. Be respectful. Be in good camaraderie. And like I said, always love yours. The session is over. The blunt is out. I'm Tater Loose Cannon Adams, signing off.
I don't need a fucking cosigner to post rhymes for controversy. I'm calculated, your validation does not concern me. You created a character you can market, but I'm sharp enough to sharpen my view. Whenever you charge him, I can